starting with character movement, for the character, it's actually having 4 different button inputs, up, down, left, and right. And when the button is pressed, it checks for one of the 4 bools the character has set to itself, that being the ability to move up, down, left, or right. If you press left, it'll check the bool of can move left. If that is true, then it'll set an impulse to character to ping it to the left by I think 1,000, just to ping it to the wall really quickly. And then when it hits that wall, setting the bool can move left to no longer be true, and the other 3 up, down, and right to be true, so they can move those directions. There's no reason why, apart from that it gave me the peace of mind of knowing that a character then couldn't move right twice, maybe cause some issues later on. And I kind of left it running because there was no reason not to, and it was more future-proofing if I was going to add anything else to it. Then for characters' rotations, it just literally, when you press the button, it rotates it on the world rotation, the relative number, and it's doing it just on the sprite, because I used to do it just on the capsule, but then the game stopped working, because then going up was no longer going up, it was now like to the left or whatever. So that's how that worked. And the enemies are just set to the way that I would have been an elevator, or anything that has just move in a set path left and right, of having interrupt movements, having a set of arrays for A and B, which are vectors, setting those in the setting those when they're spawned to be editable, so I can drag them out to where I want them to be, and then just having it set to ping pong back and forth, with the hitbox setting a damage player when it hits. Casting to a player to damage it when it hits them. The pickups are working the same way health would normally, because the character is supposed to die in 1 hit. Oh, well, 2 hits the way it's set currently. The way it's set currently is supposed to die in 2 hits, actually. So it's set die in 2 hits. So when you pick a coin up, it increases the coin collector to 1 out of 100, essentially. And when you get 100, it's you beat the game, and it pops up a screen saying you win, do you wish to quit? Because what else would you do? And for splitting them in, they're set to a spline, which is then on a for loop, which just is then divided by. It's a for loop that just truncates, and then it's float by float into the distance of it divided by the number that I needed to have, so how many coins I wanted. So on a 3-1, it divided by 3, and it spawned 3 coins on that row, and they would just spawn the pickup class. And the HUD is when you die, it just then casts the thing, gives you mouse control, so you can press the correct buttons. And that's actually everything I think is in this. We've got 3 minutes left, which feels bad.